I'm going to make this quick. It's early in the morning and it is 19 degrees. So it got down to 18 last night. We're going to get 16 tonight, and then it'll get 22 and 24 for a couple days. But basically the entire food forest, because we had a heavy rain before the freeze, is just like a bunch of lollipops with icicles hanging off of it. So just about everything here is completely frozen. I had laid straw down to protect some things. It got rained on and then frozen. I'm hoping that most of this stuff should be plenty hardy to this and should be fine. I tried to protect my mustards really heavily here in the front. They can handle like 20-ish and maybe a little lower depending on the kind. And so we'll see if that straw helps. Pigeon pea, obviously done for, but also giant red anthill left from my chip drop. Looks like it's not doing well. Anyway, I piled up a mound here of straw and then wood chips to protect this newer fig. It might lose the top here, but I think the bottom will be fine. My kumquat, well, you can see the top of this bag got frozen, but I think maybe just some leaves will be touching and it might lose some of that, but I think overall the plant will survive. This Turk's cap, I'm just trying to keep the base alive. I know all this top growth is not going to make it. Let's head around the back. This pink muley is so pretty in the sun. Sorry, I'm like crunching around and I slipped a little. But this pink muley is just covered in little ice droplets and it's shining in the sun. I don't know if that's coming across in the video or not, but let's head on to the back real quick here because it is very cold. So, Pakistan mulberry back here, I chopped to the ground, took like 4 cuttings of it, and buried it, just like that Scots fig. It's completely buried though. It can handle 20, hopefully it survives. The chickens are doing okay. I just let them out and fed them this morning. They did fine. Avocados situated just like the kumquat, big mound on the Suicene mulberry. Took tons of cuttings of it. It probably won't survive. It can handle like 20-ish, but I'm not taking chances, so I got like 30 cuttings. Want to be able to share that and also propagate it more. I covered the arugula a bunch. I don't know. I didn't even research what they can take, but we really love it and we don't want to lose it right now if we can help it. Carrots are really small, so I covered them. Covered cilantro heavily. Hopefully at least one can survive. And then we harvested tons and tons and tons and tons of mustards in the front and back here. And we harvested all kinds of stuff. So these are my dig-free swales. I just built up berms from the ground level, and those berms over time have broken down. You can't see under the clover, but it's full. Have broken down, and now they're retaining water, just like a swale that you dug into the groundwood. And this took a year, but they're now holding water really well, and I couldn't be happier. No breaking my back. Been giving these girls like 30 minutes a day outside time over here, supervised, and so they can come over here. This mulberry and this mayhaw are dormant. They can dig all they want. I've got a wood chip pile. The kids like to dig for bugs and help feed them and stuff. We've been finding lots of crane fly larvae and worms and different things, but I do have to try and keep them out of the herb garden back here. They try to come get into it. So so far herb garden's doing good. Dill, thyme, His pineapple sage survived. The red Turk's cap survived. Rosemary, of course. Garlic chives. I don't think that little stevia we put in survived. It was kind of crappy. Pakistan mulberry has a leaf budding out, so I chopped it down for the freeze, covered it with mulch, and that part survived. It died in 20 degrees the year before, so I was worried about 2 days of 19 and what that would look like. And so, I love this. Asher got me this for Christmas, and it blows a lot in the wind, and I just love it. See, I've just had this muley grass sitting in here. I planted a ton in the front, and I need to dig out more probably, but I think some in the front didn't make it, and so I'll probably replant some of this. Let's see, you can hear the birds all around. It's been really nice the past few weeks since that freeze. We've had tons of bird activity, and we just love listening to them. They're on the power lines, they're in the trees everywhere. That's a mockingbird in that lemon tree singing. There he is up there. Anyway, so the avocado did not do that great. I made a huge mistake covering this thing. I should have let it get rained on like everything else, and then when it froze, it wouldn't have gotten colder than 32 degrees because of the ice around it. I didn't know it was going to rain as much as it did before the cold, and I really regret it because now this thing was surrounded by 19-degree cold air instead of just being buffered by that ice, and you can see it took a lot of damage on the top, and it's still green. The grass down here, so it's green all the way up to here, so I think it's gonna survive, but man, it took a beating. I mounded this Suicide mulberry because it can't handle below like 22-ish maybe, and look, the bottom survived everywhere. There's stuff over there too, and over here, and I'm so happy about that because if we can just get a year without cold, then this thing is going to fruit. It might even fruit with the strong root system next year. We'll see. There's not much old wood on it down here, so maybe in the future I make a giant mound and save, like 3 feet high. We'll see. But mounding the wood chips and a little bit of straw did work for that. The Pakistan mulberry and the fig in the front. That was a good strategy. These figs are all doing fine. They're a lot older than that tiny one in the front. This is marshmallow. It's survived and doing well. Got some Virginia pepperweed spread around everywhere. Got some yarrow. Garlic chives, of course, in different spots. Satsuma got hit hard, but it looks fine. It'll be fine. There's the ironweed and the narrow leaf goldenrod, which is like a smaller goldenrod. Arugula, fall spring, already bolting heavily, most of it. So I guess we'll get a lot of seed, which is nice because we love arugula, but we were hoping to enjoy this for a lot longer, so that's unfortunate. A lot of the mustards did survive. The collards did fine, and I'm hoping some of these mustards will go to seed so I can collect more and spread it. They were trying to do that, and the cold did stop that effort. Asparagus looks to be asleep. It's a bunch of goldenrod in there I need to pull out, I think. Carrots growing pretty well here. Again, I put the straw here, so I've had to go in and pull some grass. It wasn't too bad in this bed, actually, not like in the front. The lemon verbena, I failed to harvest these leaves before the freeze like I did everything else on my list, but for some reason I kept forgetting I was going to do something with this line and still need to, but I haven't yet. Anyway, but the lemon verbena is coming back. You can see I'll get plenty of leaves for next year. It did not die. Lots of chives and onions in here and here. I'm going to do a lot of okra this year in this bed. The Swiss chard survived. The cilantro survived. This cabbage looks like it's finally going to make a head. I don't know. We'll see. Tons of cilantro. The blueberries are budding up in different spots. But yeah, you can see the Swiss chard. I kind of mounded it with a little bit of the straw and was able to save, maybe not that one, but this orangish one, orangish red, and this yellow one. This one looks melted, and that one may come back. We'll see. Never give up on life. It will surprise you. It comes back. So here we are again. These muscadines are all asleep, but they'll wake up soon. Big rosemary and a little curry that we bought. That's what's been going on here. That's what's growing here. That's what's coming back after the cold and waking up too early. And we'll see what happens. I'll let y'all know in a month or so. Look at these. I love this ironweed, these seed heads. They're just gorgeous. And look at that cardinal in the background. Bright red, but these seed heads are just golden. They're beautiful. I hope the animals enjoy those. All the seed heads I've left everywhere. And then I hope all the insects enjoy all the little stalks. That we get a bunch of native bees and things. That would be great. But yeah, look, even these figs are starting to wake up. They're all budding out. Alright, I've talked enough. I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend and a great week as well. Take care. Alright, y'all, so you saw the ice, you saw the rain. Now it's February 25th and I'm going to cap off this video. It's spring, ta-da! The pears are in full bloom. I planted these in 2021, so this is their third year. Peaches still dormant. Red buds are starting to make some little flower buds. Pomegranate's waking up. The willow looks like it did okay with the move. Plums and kumquat over there are asleep, but this one is wide awake and flowering heavily for the first time. You may remember I planted 2 little plums from across the street, and you can see they're leafing out here and here. So those are doing well. These mustards haven't gone to seed yet, or this mustard spinach, this Komatsuna. This is like our favorite thing. We got this from Baker Creek and we use it for wraps. Like we make this egg roll in a bowl and you can wrap it up in one of these. It's just great. You can see the pomegranate I planted over here is leafing out. Let's see if I haven't looked at the jujube. Oh yeah, the jujube. There's a tepulid on there, a crane fly. But let me see if I can focus on it. There's little bitty leaves coming out. You might just have to take my word for it. I'm sure all the other ones are kind of like that. I have, what, 8 of them planted here? Or 6? Maybe 6. No, the other ones are still kind of dormant. So that one is starting to leaf out. Anyway, lots of natives, asters, gardenia, native gardenia, goldenrod. There's These, what are they called? Hairy bittercress, cleavers, great medicinals, great edibles. The violets should be coming back over here. I'm not sure where they are, but got vetch and more cleavers, all kinds of cool stuff. Oh, here's some henbit. This is a cool one, henbit. Anyway, I won't dwell on all the cool natives that I love and use as fertilizer and stuff. Here's curly dock, one more. Leaves are edible, but you need to cook them a lot because of the oxalic, and then the seeds you can use to make a grain. I trimmed back today all of the goldenrod stalks and aster stalks. There's just the elder left back here. And let's see, did I miss anything? Oh yeah, I guess so. The kumquat, all in all, took a good bit of damage, but it's still hanging in there. This fig's great, got some green coming out. This apple is leafing out from here, but not here, so I'm wondering if I should keep this to keep it, give it an energy, or cut it back. If you have an opinion on that, please let me know, because I know generally you don't want to let suckers grow, but if it's trying to grow and there's no growth up here, I don't want to end up taking that energy away and killing it. So here, well, my shadow's in the way. This blueberry's covered in flowers. Clover everywhere, obviously. More blueberry flowers this way. This artichoke, so pretty. I just wish it would do something this year finally. We'll see. Fingers crossed. So yeah, that's the front. Indian hawthorn looks like it's about to bloom a ton. Let's head to the back and see what's going on. First, I got my gate fixed. Thank you, Mom. My mom has been, for Christmas and my birthday, paying to get some projects done. So this has got a wheel on it now. Rolls open. And you can see the mulberry back here is half awake. Over here is where I stored all the stalks from the ironweed and goldenrod and asters and everything, just in case if there's insects trying to use those still, or if some little critters want to go up in there, unless they're rats, then I'll have to rethink that. Chickies are doing good. It's already hot down here, like 80s some days, so we're full into spring, and I'm not expecting a late frost like I was. I mean, we might get something light, but I think those flowers on the trees will hold. And once they make fruit, fingers crossed, I will thin them. My mom also paid to have this side of the garage redone, and this window that was broken since we moved in fixed. It just wasn't high on our priority list, and other monetary things kept coming up. So thank you so much. We wouldn't have done this for a long time. I mean, it's been 7 years. We still hadn't done it. So I usually just avoid in my videos showing y'all this, but now you'll be able to see it, and maybe eventually we'll have a forest mural here. That's the plan. These mulberries are starting to leaf out. This got caught when I was pulling some stuff. I'll probably just let these grow for now. The avocado got hit so hard. It's still green down here, but it is not happy. And like the grass down here, and it's still green like up here, but I don't know, it doesn't look good, and I wish I had just let it get rained on instead of trying to cover it. Live and learn. That Suicene mulberry though, stacking up that straw and wood chips on it, saved it. This pomegranate, which I realized how huge it is after I trimmed back the Suicene and the other mulberries, it's getting pretty big, and it's starting to leaf out along with all these figs. The Gumi, Satsuma got hit hard. Blackberries look great. I don't know. Arugula went ahead and bolted. We got to enjoy some of it, but not nearly as much as we were hoping. So we'll collect seed and try again in the fall. The lettuce is still holding on. Carrots are still growing. They got delayed because squirrels and chickens dug up the first round I planted, and then I had to plant another round. I got rid of this plastic tub here, so I need to fill that in. But you can see this area is coming back to life. Blueberry covered in flowers. Lots of bolting cilantro. And look, that chard's still hanging on. So you never know what's gonna make it and what's not. But thank y'all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the super long update from like mid-January to the end of February. I chose to include it all because I thought it was useful to see how much changed in a month, and hopefully you found the value in that. Y'all have a good one. That's awesome, buddy. Hey, you need to go back over there, Clarabelle. No. No digging up my kiwi. No, no. Structured free time. I know, I know. Oh, you found some crane flies? They sure are out early this year.